All right, hey guys. So you obviously clicked on this video because you want to know how changing my mindset saved my life. Um, Maybe not so much saved my life, but allowed me to become more tolerant to life's bullshit and life's, twists and turns and trials and tribulations, or so have you. So one game changer that helped me change my mindset was my ability to turn a negative into a positive. And that already, in terms of like energy, has a powerful energetic charge. If all this bullshit, all this crap that life is handing over to you, all these low vibrational or negative, quote unquote, or negative perceived experiences, um, like that's what you're experiencing. You're seeing this, you're perceiving this experience because, again, experiences are neutral. Life is neutral. Things that happen to you are neutral. If you are perceiving an experience, and it could be negative, it could fucking suck, not to invalidate that experience, but you also have the ability to control your emotions. You have the ability to shift your mindset, shift how you intake what life is handing to you, what life is inputting to you. You could have a different output. So again, they call it also alchemizing. If you're more into like that side of things, Um, again, this has changing a negative into a positive is already that has such a powerful energetic charge and a powerful transformational, ability. Like that is already reprogramming your mind into becoming an optimist. Like I'm don't like to identify as anything, but I do, especially back then, had lots of pessimistic tendencies, very cynical, very always thinking of the worst case scenario before best case scenarios. I feel like this happens often when the first thing that pops into our head when something not in favor happens is we jump to the worst possible, the worst, we jump to the worst possibility, the worst scenario, the worst outcome. But again, that is us. We control that. We control the way we perceive things. So instead of jumping, if you start programming your mind to think positively, you start reprogramming your mind to become more optimistic. So then in turn, when you experience these so low vibrational or these negative experiences, um your first thoughts will already be good things, like good outcomes, like just positive things. Like you won't jump to the conclusion of something bad's going to happen or the most terrible thing's going to happen or whatever whatever the case is. And again, this is something that has to be constantly practiced. And one thing that also helped me to add on to this, a little helpful tip, was practicing affirmations. Like affirmations have been such a game changer in reprogramming my mind and filling my head with more positivity. Again, affirming that. You're affirming that into your reality, instead of, you know, thinking about lack, you start thinking about how abundant, all the abundance all around you. When you start thinking about it, you start feeling that, you start seeing that, and then you start feeling it, and you start, one thing leads to other, and it's all connected. You start naturally becoming that abundance, and you start pulling in, if you believe and you follow the law of attraction and these universal laws, you start pulling in more of that into your reality, and you start attracting more of your desired reality, your desired outcomes, because the universe is a mirror. In a sense, it reflects who you are, it reflects what you are. So it can't, it's only going to mirror you. So if you become more optimistic, you become more empowered, more naturally abundant, more positive. The universe has no choice but to reflect that positivity onto your 3D, your 3D reality. And changing my mindset this way by reprogramming has probably been the number one thing for me. The number one thing in allowing me to shift my thinking to become more more motivated, more driven, to become wiser, to become less influenced by negativity and negative environments, whatever is around me, circumstances, anything. Just it allowed me to shift my mindset and to be able to take on more challenges, and any challenge really that is, you know, in my road, or like any challenge that's in my path or has been in my path so far that I come across. Another thing that has helped me change my mindset, saving my life, um, is the idea of letting go and surrendering. Also, the idea of what will be, and it kind of, a lot of people have heard, it is what it is, baby, like, because it is what it is. You can't really control life. Things just fucking happen. And sometimes they fucking suck. And the only thing you can do is accept them because they already happened. You can't change the outcome. You can't change the fact that it happened. There's only so much you can control in life. And trying to control what is already in order, what is already in control of itself, is just a dead end game. You know, Sometimes the easier route, the better route, is just to accept, to let go, and surrender, which all tie into each other. They kind of all not balance each other out, but yeah, they tie into each other. Yeah, I wrote down, stop controlling what you cannot control, because it's just a waste. You're wasting your energy, you're wasting your time. You know, a lot of the toughest things that I have gone through in life, I was able to go through and still come out who I am right now, who I am today, fine, alive and well and thriving, just trying to become a better version of myself. Um, have been with taking on this idea of letting go and surrendering to the universe or a higher power, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, surrendering to the idea that you cannot change things. You can't control everything in your life. In fact, there's in life, there is very few things that you can actually control. Actually, there's only one thing in life that you can control. And now that I think about it, and that is yourself. You can only control your actions, how you react, your perceptions. Anything external, you cannot control. You cannot control other people. You cannot control divine order. You cannot control circumstance. You cannot control the family you were born into, the circumstance you were born into. You cannot control anything external. You can't control the way people perceive you, what people think about you, how people show love to you. You cannot control any of these things. So just surrendering and accepting. Acceptance is a big thing. Just accepting that, hey, I can only control myself, and I can only really focus on myself. You know, Once you start doing that, you'll start seeing that in the, oh my God, once you kind of shift that mindset and start doing that, you will start seeing those internal changes reflect in the external. So now, instead of not giving a fuck about the way you're perceived in the external, people, like the external and people, will start bending from your presence, from your energy. They will have no choice but to reflect you or to mirror you. For example, if you know and deep down know and believe that you are confident, that you are the best thing out there, that you're that bitch. And like, less of a professional way to put it, if you're like, you're that girl, you're that bitch, people in your external or anyone you come across, they have no choice but to bend and mirror that, that you're it. You're that girl. You're like you're it, you know. And that's just one case. That's just one example. But you know what I mean? Like the idea still applies. Um Another thing that helped me change my mindset, saving my life, was taking everything as a teaching moment. So again, this is kind of just the way I view a lot of things in life. Um I Anything that I go through, anything that doesn't seem in favor, I take it as a lesson. What is the universe trying to teach me here? What is there for me to learn? Why did this happen? Always question everything. That's one thing. Don't overanalyze and don't over, think, don't overthink or over analyze things, accept them, but also question everything in the sense of what are your takeaways from this experience, because everything, life is happening for us. It's happening through us and for us. And that's also another thing, it's happening through us and for us. Um, so taking experiences or not so favorable experiences or negative experiences and seeing the lessons in them, what did this experience teach me? What did this experience bring for me, Did it make me a better person? Did it make me stronger? Did it teach me that I can handle anything now? That did it teach me what I'm now capable of? Like everything is a teaching moment, Every single thing. There's lessons in everything, from the most mundane things to the most out there crazy things. Like, there's a teaching moment and a lesson in anything. And again, that's also perception, and that's my perception. But yeah, this is everything is also perception, but again, it's the way you perceive things. That's how you change your mindset. Changing your perception is changing your mindset. um I should have also included that before. That's another key thing. Taking everything as a teaching moment, and that you're still human, you're still learning, and you're still evolving, and becoming wiser, becoming more um aware, becoming more conscious. Oh yeah, another thing that just popped in my head is forgiveness. If there's a lot of things, a lot of burdens, a lot of things, energy, whatever, people, places, things, whatever the list is that you cannot let go, um, is I just forgot what I was saying because there's this like car over there and I keep getting distracted by people going by. Oh my god, why do I sound like this right now? I literally forgot what the fuck I was saying. But I'm probably still gonna include that in there because it was getting good. Fuck. Fuck. I hate when that shit happens. I just lose my stream of consciousness. It'll come back to me. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about forgiveness. I could literally just easily replay this video, but I don't want to do that. um, I think I was talking about consciousness and awareness and forgiveness. So also having forgiveness for yourself because you're only human. There's only so much you're still in the journey of becoming more self-aware, more conscious, more, you know, using your discernment more, just being gaining these different what is it? Character traits. You're still building your character. You're still changing and evolving as a human, as a person, as a soul, really, and just accepting things and forgiving yourself, giving yourself so much love, so much forgiveness that hey, maybe you did fuck up at this one time, or maybe you know you could have done better, but also giving yourself some grace that you didn't have the awareness at the time, you didn't have the consciousness at the time. Another huge thing that helped me change my mindset, um which I don't want to go too deep into because I feel like this could be a whole video on its own, and I think I already talked about it on my channel, on my podcast, actually, the first episode, um, is taking a look at your spiritual or religious practices, or any practice that kind of helps you morally ground. Hold on, what did I write down here? Yeah, that helps you morally ground and center yourself. Like, what is, it's like a, kind of like the idea of a moral compass. Like, what is your center? What is your source of life? Where do you go to? Who do you go to? What do you go to, to seek something outside of yourself? The only time that you should seek outside of yourself, which is technically still going within, but I'm not, you know what I mean. Um, like that higher power, that that spiritual religious practice, like looking for something that helps guide you. What is your moral compass? Whatever that may be, whatever works for you. For me, it's it's the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, and my higher self. I also do affirmations, I do meditations, I go within. A lot of my spiritual practices pertain to silence, which is meditation, and going within and getting in tune with myself, getting in tune with my desires, getting in tune with my shadow, getting in tune where I like, again, getting in tune with my shadow aspects, like where I need to shed light on my shadow aspects, getting in tune with my mind, getting in tune with my ego also. Like, a lot of things, a lot of suffering is self-inflicted. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow. But once I realized that a lot of suffering is self-inflicted, it gave me so much more freedom. It gave me actually my control back, because I realized I was able to do that shadow work in a sense and look, like, put the mirror to myself and be like, you're suffering because you're desiring things outside of what you have now, and you have this perception that you can never have that, which is not true. What are these illusions? There's already the illusion of life, but what are these illusions that you create for yourself? These fallacies, these lies that you tell yourself. Looking at that and casting light on that, and also your ego. Are these desires really aligned to your soul purpose? Are these desires really good things to desire? Like, are these desires just fully ego based? Like, why do you desire these things? And then kind of like analyzing that allows you to not desire these things so much, and to become more aware, self-aware, and conscious of why you desire what you desire, and allows you to, like, one accept, let go, and, like, kind of take a step back. And it brings more peace. At least for me, it has brought me more peace, more happiness, because I put that mirror to myself, and I question everything. Question yourself. I question myself, and I got the answers from myself, and I you know became aware of, like, hey, wow, you actually are completely full, whole, abundant, and happy now. These external things, especially if you're looking externally, won't make you happier, more whole, more abundant, any more of a human, or a better person, or whatever. A lot of the external are just added bonuses, and kind of just viewing that as that has brought me so much more peace of mind. Again, oh my god, I feel like I'm just going off on a tangent here. Hold on, I also have another notification. I need to figure this shit out. This is so weird, just kind of like doing this outside. I need to find more like nature spots where I can go to, because sometimes I just be uncomfortable recording outside, because people really be looking at you. Which, I get it. Like, there's like a freaking girl just recording herself. But whatever. I really don't care. Life's too fucking short. I don't give a fuck. Alright, I feel like that was kind of like a lot of the things. I have just one more final thing that I kind of like wrote down, and I just wanted to mention, and then I'll just end this. Oh my god. The last thing I wrote down, which was a huge factor in changing my mindset, saving my fucking life. Let me stop. Okay. The last thing I wanted to know was taking actions towards your goals or towards your desires, your desired reality, whatever. um Taking aligned action, because you already questioned, what you want, why you desire what you do. If you've already done a, a lot of the shadow work, there's also on top of that taking aligned action. Maybe, at least for me, when I looked back, even now when I look at a lot of the unhappiness, a lot of the suffering in my life. Oh my god, these fucking notifications. when I when I look at a lot of the suffering in my life, a lot of it is due to like this lack mindset that I don't have this, so I can't be happy. Now, looking into the future or looking into the past, you know, like they say, what is it? Sadness and sadness and anger and all these other emotions are from looking in. Oh no, depression and sadness is from looking into the past, and anxiety is from thinking about the future. And that is so true. But oh my god, I just lost where I was going with this. This is why I don't try to put quotes in my videos so much. Oh yeah, I was talking about action, taking aligned action. Um, this is another thing that could lead to, um or this is another thing that helped me change my mindset, become more optimistic, is also kind of taking accountability and looking at yourself again, pointing the mirror at yourself. Where are you, quote unquote, lacking in your life? Where are you not filling in the gaps? Where are you not putting in the work? A lot of things, everything actually, you know most things that we desire in life are not going to happen for us out of thin air. They're not just going to magically manifest. They will. All that to say that they will magically manifest. But if you, one, align with it vibrationally, and two, if you also put in the action, you have to put in the action. You know, things aren't just going to come out of nowhere because you're not giving the universe or whoever enough space to make that happen for you. Oh my god, this notification. You're not giving the universe um enough space to make that happen for you and manifest that for you. Um and yeah, action is important. Action in the sense of like taking care of ourselves, meaning like action doesn't always have to mean like this big, grandiose, like scary thing. Like, oh yeah, I have to grind hard 24/7. I have to, kill myself 24/7, like work really freaking hard. Action can be in the most small things, like self care, taking care of yourself. Again, getting in tune, going within yourself, your spiritual practices, whatever the case may be, but just making sure you're good, taking care of yourself. Like action can be small things, small steps. It doesn't always have to be like this huge, you know, thing where you're just overworking yourself, overachieving and overdoing, overburning, literally burning out your energy, like leading yourself to burnout. And that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to like yeah, I just wanted to like kind of give a little bit of a few pointers or like a few, I don't know if you would call these tips, but just, I just want to talk about shit. I just wanted to fucking talk about what things that have helped me change my mindset. Like the title says, saving my fucking life. Cuz honestly, like all jokes aside, a lot of these things, practices, whatever, tips that I talked about in this video really did help me change my life. Although I'm not where I want to be, not even close, it has allowed me to get over a lot of shit and bullshit from my past and move the fuck on and become closer and get closer to my highest potential in this lifetime. Oh my god. The airplane. Hold on. Like I was saying, all of the stuff that I talked about in this video, are things that have helped me get over a lot of bullshit and stuff from my past and kind of move on and heal that and heal what was burdening me, heal that energy that was trapped and burdening me and no longer serving me on things that I had to let go and heal from and move on so I can welcome in these blessings into my life, so I can welcome in all the gifts and blessings that the universe has for me and like also claim, you know, my goals and my desires for myself. Um, again, to like end this, everything is a work in progress, and it's okay if you're not even close, or you're close, or like you're, you don't even know where to start with your journey and like, healing from your past, growing, and like, you know, attaining the life you truly want. But just know that it is fucking possible and it just takes small steps, at least small steps every single day, as long as you're showing up for yourself, as long as you're giving yourself grace and loving yourself and going within and affirming to yourself, taking care of yourself. Those are small steps in the right direction, and give yourself some grace, give yourself so much love, because you're fucking kicking this shit, you're kicking life's ass, you're fucking doing this shit. And if nobody's told you, I'm fucking proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of all of us. Life can be fucking hard. Like that's just the truth. Life is not even can be. Life is fucking hard, for everybody, but it's all about the way you handle things and the way you perceive things and the way you go about things that make life meaningful for you. And yeah, I hope these insights and all the fucking knowledge I spit for y'all today, I'm just kidding, all the shit I spit for y'all today helps you guys, and helps y'all change your own mindset and become your highest version, become a better you. And yeah, thank you for listening, thank you for being here and being part of my journey once again.